Art Park is a game that might be recommendable if the price were lower. There's a few amazing moments in this game, especially the DLC. Now, it's there's different DLC. There's the paid DLC, which is the Tech Edition. I'm not talking about that DLC. There was free DLC in this game, which included three explorer scenes that were added to the game, and actually those three scenes are among the best. So if I was gonna rate from 1 through 10 or however many scenes there are, these DLC would be in the top 3 or 4 of the scenes from the base game. They're just so much better than what's on the base game, especially the balloon ride and the elevator ride. They're both amazing moments. The only other moment that was kind of amazing as far as the explorer scenes is there is a scene where you're on the vehicle that's on the base game. That was also pretty good. Outside of that, you do get to ride a dinosaur, and that's pretty cool. But the problem with this game is that it's kind of split up into 3 different games, and they kind of don't mesh together, especially the shooter. So this game includes 3 parts: the explorer scenes, and this is basically where you go out to different scenes in the Art Park universe, which basically is Jurassic Park, and you explore these small areas and you see all kinds of dinosaurs, and you also collect resources. Now, the resource collecting is very basic. You basically get your picker's mine, your pickaxe, and basically whale away at gems, rocks, boulders, trees, whatever. It doesn't matter. And you collect resources for a third part of the game, which is the egg building, raising dinosaur part of the game, which unfortunately is just not very fun. It's not very intuitive, and I quickly lost interest in that. So the resource gathering is pretty much a waste of time. Also, when you are exploring, you can scan dinosaurs and sort of get their DNA. You'll need this to unlock better weapons for the shooter part of this game. So while you're doing the explorer part of this game, you're doing 2 different things for the 2 other parts of the game. Unfortunately, the 2 other parts of the game aren't very good, so they're kind of a waste of time. However, you do need to do them if you want to unlock all the game. For me, only the explorer scenes are worth it, and I believe you do have to scan at least the minimum number of dinosaurs in order to unlock the other scenes, so you do have to be mindful of that, which is unfortunate because it's kind of immersion breaking doing that, because you're trying to enjoy the scene, you're trying to enjoy the dinosaurs, but when you use your scanner, it takes you out of that immersion. Not only that, visually it puts like little blue lines across, so you can't really see the dinosaur all that well. And it's just a clunky mechanic. In fact, all the interactions are clunky. None of the interactions are polished. They're really immersion breaking. I enjoy the graphics. This game ran well on high on my 1060 GTX, but honestly, they're not the best graphics I've ever seen. And given the high price tag of normal price of $40 for this game, it was disappointing that the graphics weren't better than what they were. But I think they're still good. Definitely better than your average dinosaur game on VR. However, it's still not good enough for a $40 normal retail price tag on this game. The graphics needed to be better. I think the developers didn't know what to do with this game. They made teleport in full locomotion, but you can tell like maybe the full locomotion was added later because it just doesn't feel smooth moving about with full locomotion. Don't get me wrong, I definitely prefer it over the teleportation. But another thing that immersion breaking, besides the pathing that's not the best for full locomotion, is that there's just invisible barriers everywhere. So the areas are actually much smaller than what you think they are, because when you first enter these worlds, you think, oh, well, there's a lot of space here, a lot of places for me to explore. But as you move around, you find out, oh no, the area is actually much smaller just because there's invisible barriers everywhere, and you don't know where those invisible barriers are until you walk up to them. And like I said, all the interactions are bad, whether it's mining, whether it's shooting, whether it's trying to use the hatch an egg and raise a dinosaur interactions, or even the menu UI. They're all bad. This game even has you riding a train each time you enter the game, and the only way to skip it is to actually go into the menu UI and manually go to where you want to go, which you may not realize that because it's just hard to tell from this game how to proceed. You're just kind of thrown into these hubs, and you're not really given a direction of where to go or what to do. You kind of have to figure it out on your own. Even doing the tutorial, you're still confused as to what to do or how these different parts of the game work together. It took me a while to figure out that you actually do need to upgrade your weapon in order to progress in the wave shooter. So I was trying to do the wave shooter with just the base gun, and then I realized, you know what, you can't actually beat these levels. It's not that they're hard, it's just that you really do need to upgrade your weapon. That's the number one thing you should be doing. So I recommend, if you want to do the wave shooter, go ahead and explore all the areas first, get that dinosaur DNA, then upgrade your weapon with that DNA, and the wave shooter parts will be easier. You'll be able to unlock more DNA, and from there finally you can go to hatching eggs and raising dinosaurs if you wish. Although in my experience, it's just, you just do the exploration scenes, enjoy them, ride the dinosaur once, and then uninstall the game and never play it again, because there really isn't a replay value, and grinding through the wave shooter is probably not worth it. And grinding through trying to hatch dinosaur eggs and raising dinosaurs themselves is probably not worth it either. At least I didn't find it pleasant enough to want to do it. It really, after I finished all the exploration scenes, I kind of said, you know what, after trying the wave shooter, after trying to hatch eggs and raise a dinosaur, I just found it not worth it. It's too much of a grind, and the wave shooter in particular is really bad. Basically, you have 3 lanes in the wave shooter. It's a standstill wave shooter with 3 lanes, and the dinosaurs come from one of those 3 lanes. And it's just a matter of upgrading your weapon to defeat the dinosaurs, and that's pretty much it to it. Otherwise, it is pretty difficult to beat the waves with just your base weapon. Overall, this game was a disappointment. It could have been so good, and I'm having trouble recommending this game for even the sale price of currently $20. I think $20 is too high for what's in this game, for what's pleasant about this game. You really have to look in this game to find the really good moments, the really epic moments. And on my video here, you're basically seeing the best of this game. The video I'm showing you right now really is the best this game has to offer. Unfortunately, the rest of the game is not that pleasant. Therefore, I cannot recommend this game, not at the current price, not at the current sale price either. If this game is ever on sale for $10 or less, then I say go ahead and purchase it. Do all the scenes. You might want to try the wave shooter just to see for yourself. You might want to try the hatching the dinosaurs and trying to raise them for yourself. To me, those weren't fun at all and just boring and everything wrong with it. But even the exploration scenes, although there are some very epic moments, the areas are so small and you really want to explore more than you're allowed, and you're really not allowed to do that in this game, especially with the interactions being so bad, especially with the fact that you also have to gather resources and also have to get dinosaur DNA for the wave shooter, that it takes away from the exploration scenes themselves, which is the best part of this game. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, developers did not focus on that. And if they would have focused on this to try to make this the focus of the game, with the interactions being better, with the exploration areas being larger, I think this could have been a really great game worth the $40 retail price. As is, though I can't recommend it, I'm going to give this game a 4.5 out of 10. This is buy on deep sale, $10 or less. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.